Imagine walking into a gas station late at night, the neon buzzing, the hum of refrigerators in the background, and the only other sound is your own footsteps on the cracked tiles. Now picture this: within minutes, you're not just a customer, you become the witness to a murder, a crime so violent, so terrifying, that it's all caught on camera for the world to see. That's exactly what happened on the night of July 17, when a small-town security camera recorded one of the most shocking and mysterious murders ever captured on tape. The footage begins like any ordinary night: cars pulling in, customers paying for gas, the rhythm of late-night life. But what started as a routine stop quickly spiraled into a nightmare, one that would leave investigators baffled, a family shattered, and millions of people worldwide glued to their screens as the footage went viral. This is the story of Rachel Donovan, a hard-working single mother who had no idea she was being stalked, until it was too late. And as you'll soon discover, the most chilling part isn't just what the camera captured, it's what it didn't. Rachel Donovan, 32, had just finished a long shift at her accounting firm. It was close to midnight when she stopped at a gas station on the edge of town. The surveillance footage shows her pulling up to the pump, stepping out with her phone in hand. She looks tired but calm. She scrolls through her messages, likely eager to get home to her young daughter. But then, at 12:14 a.m., a figure emerges from the corner of the lot. Hooded, tall, moving with chilling intent. He doesn't hesitate, doesn't pause. He walks straight toward Rachel. The camera, though silent, shows Rachel noticing him. She speaks, her lips moving fast, but the man doesn't stop. He gets closer, his body language aggressive. At 12:16, he pulls out a knife. Rachel panics. She tries to run back to her car, fumbling for the door handle. But the hooded man lunges. The attack is swift, brutal, merciless. Under the cold fluorescent lights, Rachel collapses, her phone falling just inches from her hand. The killer doesn't wait. Within seconds, he's gone, disappearing into the shadows beyond the lot. By the time another customer pulls in at 12:25, Rachel is already gone. When police reviewed the security tape, they were stunned. Every second of the murder was caught in haunting detail. Unlike most cases where detectives had to piece together fragments of evidence, here the entire crime unfolded on camera. The footage leaked, spreading across social media like wildfire. Millions watched, horrified, as Rachel's final moments played out in grainy black and white. But the biggest question remained: who was the man in the hood? Detectives launched a full-scale manhunt. They enhanced the footage, pulling stills of the attacker's face, his walk, even the faint tattoo glimpsed on his wrist. Tips poured in. Some claimed they'd seen him lurking around bars. Others swore he was a local drifter. But one lead stood out. A coworker revealed that Rachel had been receiving anonymous threats in the weeks leading up to her murder. Emails with chilling lines like, "You can't run. You can't hide. I'll find you." Rachel never reported them. She never told her family. She kept the secret to herself, until the secret killed her. Investigators soon linked the threats to Rachel's ex-boyfriend, Victor Hale, a construction worker with a violent history. Years earlier, Rachel had filed a restraining order against him. He had a record of assault, stalking, and harassment. The hooded man's build matched Victor's. The tattoo seen on the footage, identical to one Victor had inked years ago. When police raided an abandoned warehouse 2 weeks later, they found Victor hiding inside, with Rachel's wallet in his possession. It seemed like an open and shut case. During Victor's trial, the prosecution played the footage for the jury. The hooded figure, the knife, the brutal attack, it all pointed to Victor. But then came the defense. They argued the footage was too blurry, too grainy to positively identify him. And Victor himself insisted he was innocent, claiming he had been out of state the night Rachel died. Just when it seemed like the trial would collapse into a battle of credibility, investigators made a discovery that changed everything. Across the street from the gas station was another camera, one that had gone unnoticed during the initial investigation. Unlike the grainy tape, this one caught a wide-angle view of the scene. And in that footage, detectives saw something no one had noticed before. Another man. A second figure, standing in the shadows. Watching. Waiting. The revelation stunned the courtroom. Who was the shadowy second figure? Was he an accomplice? The real killer? Or just a bystander too afraid to intervene? the new footage cast doubt on everything. If Victor was the attacker, then who was the second man? And if Victor wasn't, could the true killer still be free? The trial ended in a mistrial. Victor remained in custody, but the case was far from closed. The murder, already viral, exploded once more. Hashtags like #JusticeForRachel and #Caught-on-camera trended worldwide. Online sleuths slowed down the footage, enhancing frames, debating theories. Some swore Victor was guilty. Others claimed the Shadowman was the key. Podcasts, documentaries, and YouTube videos dissected every detail. Yet despite the millions of eyes on the case, no one could provide a definitive answer. To this day, the truth remains uncertain. Victor Hale is still behind bars, awaiting retrial. The shadowy figure has never been identified. But one thing is undeniable: Rachel Donovan's murder is one of the most shocking crimes ever caught on camera. A chilling reminder that even with every second recorded, the truth can still hide in the shadows. And perhaps the most terrifying question of all: if the second man wasn't the killer, where is he now? Disclaimer. This story is a dramatized true crime narrative created for informational and entertainment purposes only. While it is inspired by investigative formats and real-world cases, the characters, events, and details in this account are entirely fictional. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or deceased, or to real events is purely coincidental. The content is not intended to accuse, defame, or cause harm to any individual or group. Viewer discretion is advised.